For years, many members may have considered the residential sector an insignificant portion of the overall construction market. We have always thought that most of the construction work and dollars spent was being done in the industrial, commercial, and institutional sectors of the market, or ICI. However, over the past 5 to 10 years, we find that approximately 70 cents of every construction dollar was being spent in the residential sector. This represents a massive portion of the construction market that we, as a local union and organized labor, were not participating in. Without influence, we have been unable to increase the wage rates or working conditions of the electricians employed in this sector. Consider for a moment that 70% of consumer dollars spent on construction are purchasing the services of non-union workers. You can then bring yourself to the conclusion that if even a few of these same consumers are purchasing electrical services for work in the ICI sector, they will not want to pay significantly more for it. So it is not difficult to also understand that these consumers will then encourage the non-union residential contractors that they are familiar with to branch out into the ICI sector of the market. This is the reality, and when it happens, the non-union residential contractors continue to pay their employees the same wages and are able to increase their charge-out rate and earn even more money now that they are competing directly against our union ICI wages. To keep this work from the non-union, our IBW contractors are continually pressured to reduce their profit margins, and ultimately, if nothing changes, the IBW contractors will not be able to make any money, and we will see a job that used to pay a union wage be replaced by a non-union wage. In order to ensure that our union wages can remain competitive in the ICI sector, we need to increase our IBW contractor presence in the residential sector of the market. We have made great strides in the last couple of years to increase our market presence in this sector, but we must continue to make gains and cannot rest until the entire workforce is represented by the IBW. When we control the market, we'll be able to raise the wages and working conditions in a manner that is sustainable for the contractors and beneficial to our members. By doing this, we will also raise the wages and perceived costs of an electrician across 70% of the overall construction market, and effectively close the gap between our ICI union rates and our competitors. We must continue to embrace the residential sector and the electricians that work within it. Through the IBW and the collective bargaining process, we will be able to raise the standard of living for all electricians and their families throughout the electrical industry. As your next business manager, I will grow our residential sector responsibly and secure more employment opportunities for our members, and I ask for your support.